There is a prosecutor who is saying the Trump tape is game over. We've heard a lot from Trump about the tape, and Trump says the tape's fine. The tape does nothing. It was illegally leaked. We should go after whoever leaked it. And also, I did everything fine. I did everything right, and they indicted me, as Trump likes to say. Well, actual legal professionals say that this is a very, very, very bad development for the failed former president. Former prosecutor on new Trump tape, quote, "This is game over." This is Andrew Weissman. He says that the public should remember that the prosecutors for special counsel Jack Smith have had the tape of Trump discussing the documents before it was publicized, that they've likely interviewed everyone in the room except for Trump himself, and that it would allow prosecutors to have all accounts of what happened while Trump was speaking. This is a critical fact to understand. Trump's new argument is, okay, I shuffled papers around, but I wasn't really showing anybody the classified documents I was pretending to be showing. It was bravado. I have stacks of papers on my desk. As Andrew Weissman, former prosecutor, points out, everybody who was in the room has probably already said, oh, I saw what it was. And if indeed it was a plan to attack Iran from General Mark Milley, that's already in evidence. And that's going to be a real problem for Donald Trump. Weissman goes on to tell Lawrence O'Donnell, quote, "So the big picture here, I think for people is this is game over if you were following the facts and the law." Again, on the recording, Trump heard discussing classified information about a potential planned attack on Iran. Weissman says Trump isn't charged with dissemination of national defense information, only that he continued to possess it. But that could be proven, and the tape is absolutely clear. That's another really important question. Very often when defendants or their lawyers attempt to try cases in the media first for public opinion benefit, they will make arguments in defense of themselves or their clients that aren't actually related to what you have been charged with. Trump's argument, I didn't really show anybody that particular document, is not a defense to what Trump has been charged with. It's sort of like if you say, hey, DUI, we're charging you with DUI. And I go, I didn't have any stolen property in the car. I had everything that was in the car was my own. It was my phone and it was my, whatever. Well, fine, but you're charged with DUI, not with having stolen stuff in the car. And that is essentially what is happening here. Andrew Weissman going on to say, quote, "This is a question now of simply, will the government get a trial before the general election? Will a jury actually follow the law and the facts? And will the electorate follow the facts and care? That's what this is really about." Absolutely correct. Weissman added that the tape is only one piece of a massive mountain of evidence against Trump. Trump claimed after the tape was publicized that it exonerates him, but it appears to show him recognizing how the classification process works and that he was continuing to hold on to national defense information. I will say, we've heard these announcements of Trump's inevitable demise many times before. And I agree that this is different. We now have multiple arrests, possibly a third and fourth arrest coming. We have a mountain of evidence. We have pictures, Trump's toilet surrounded by documents. It's unbelievable stuff. We've never seen anything like this in American history. That being said, I like to err on the side of caution. And so I am not making any premature announcements of Trump's demise. I've learned enough times not to do that. But yes, the tape is really, really, really bad. And I can only imagine that there will be some people around Trump actually saying, you don't want to go to trial with this. You actually should take a plea deal. Whether anybody's going to be able to convince Donald Trump to do that, that's a different question. And I certainly can't answer at this point that the answer is yes.